Hi, I'm Barb Roberts, your host for Park Bench, and I am here today with Tabitha Reeves with Twisted Lane Candles. Thank you, Tabitha, for meeting with me today.
You're welcome.
These are so interesting. Okay, so I realized, I thought I put it here, was it tobacco bourbon?
Yes, ma'am.
Tobacco bourbon. They're all different kinds of cool scents and names. So I picked up tobacco bourbon, and she told me this is how it all began. So how did it all begin, Tabitha?
We lived overseas for quite a while. My husband's active duty Army, which
Okay.
is why we're in Arkansas. He was picked up for recruiting 2 years ago. And we lived overseas for quite a while, and I made candles as a hobby. Something to do. I had 2 small kids. He was deployed, and it gave me something to do. When we came back to the United States, everything is very expensive.
Yeah.
It's expensive overseas, but it's a different kind of expensive. And we came back to the United States, and we were in a very popular store, and they had this scent. And he said, "I'm not paying $35 for a tobacco bourbon candle. Go make this." So I went home and I did some research, and I thought, okay, we'll make this. And I did some research. I brought all the supplies, bought the ingredients. Well, they sent me tobacco bourbon, but they also sent me a bunch of samples of other pipe tobacco scents. So I made them just for fun. We were burning them in the house, and people started coming to the house saying, "Where'd you buy that? I want one." So we started selling them, and our hobby turned into a business.
That's awesome.
It kind of spiraled from this hobby that we were just doing because it was fun into a whole business. So we currently carry 82 scents. 15 of them are seasonal. We do them year round if somebody wants them, but
Sure.
15 of them are seasonal.
And you mentioned when we were talking that none of them are fruits.
The only fruit that we have are citrus, which would be grapefruit, orange, basil, sage. Those are the only fruity scents that we have. And if it is fruit, it's in a liquor.
Okay.
So antique cider is apple cider. Black currant tea is tea, so it's black currants. It's a little sour. But those are the only fruits that we have in our line. So we don't do anything like cinnamon bun or
Food type things.
Food type scents, bakery scents. If you can find it at Walmart, you will not find it in our line.
Which is so true because I'm looking at these labels like here's tobacco vanilla, and I'm not going to read them all. I'm just going to read the coolest ones. Stainless steel, and I smelled it, and it actually smells fabulous. They have a mechanic shop. And I had a whole picture in my mind or a whole thought of what that was going to smell like. But it actually smelled really good for a mechanic shop. So her candles are so interesting. So what are they made of? They're not soy, correct?
Correct. So it's a paraffin blend, and we blend paraffin into other waxes together. We get them in big blocks, and we put them in tubs, and we blend them by hand together. Then we melt them in big pots, and then we pour them out, and we put them into smaller pots and put our fragrance in them and then pour them. And they have wood wicks, so they don't have the traditional cotton wick in them. So they have wood wicks. So they made out of cherry wood, and they crackle and they pop when they burn.
Oh, that's very cool. I love that. I like that sound when a candle's burning. And I noticed they're all white. There's no color. Is there a reason behind that?
That's part of our no fruit, no frills, no fuss slogan. So no fruit being the, no scents that you can find in Walmart, no bakery scents. The no frills is adding scent costs you more money. Costs the consumer more money. It costs me more money on the back end. We don't want that for our consumers. We want to keep our candles priced so everybody can buy them. Everyone can enjoy them. So we eliminated color by doing that.
That's great.
The no fuss part of it is they're easy to burn. They're fun to burn. You don't have to worry about, with a lot of store-bought candles, you don't have to worry about them tunneling. You don't have to worry about all those things that you worry with other brands.
Right. And what is a candle like this run?
Depending on the store, that's an 8-ounce candle. Bath and Body Works for an 8-ounce candle charges anywhere from $20 to $35. It just depends. Major companies don't use high quality wax, which we do because
Right.
they're being mass produced at this point.
Right.
We use a high quality wax. If you feel it, it feels like Vaseline.
Yeah.
And that gives it a lower melting point, so it's able to melt all the way through.
Okay.
And for every hour, they last between 40 and 42 hours. I do have a couple of customers that get 45 hours out of them.
And what was the cost?
These are 13.
Okay.
Plus
well, that's
tax.
very reasonable.
In Arkansas, we have to charge tax.
Right.
You get a 1/4 inch for every hour, for every inch I'm sorry.
That's
You
okay.
get a 1/4 inch of burn time for this wick.
Okay.
So a 1/4 inch for every hour of burn time for this wick. So you're looking at 40 to 42 hours. An 8-ounce candle from Bath and Body Works usually lasts between 30 and 35.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really wonderful. Is there anything else you want the public to know about your candles?
I don't think so.
Okay. And then just for fun, I have a random question that will tell us a little bit about you. It's just a fun random
What is
question.
What is the most rewarding part of your job? The most is sitting down with customers and custom blending a scent for them.
Okay.
That is something that we do for brides. We do it for state parks. We do it for businesses. We'll sit down and custom blend specific scents for you.
That's something most candle makers don't do, so that's very cool.
So we will sit down and blend a signature scent for you. And that is my favorite part, is to sit down and create new scents. That is part of our niche market. We cater to state parks, Arkansas state parks that have reenactments, that have old buildings, and we make scents that were indicative to the early 1800s to about 1930, and we do those and recreate those scents for them, so they can have them in their gift shops as to what their buildings would have smelled like back during those times.
That is so cool. Well, thank you, Tabitha. This is
Welcome.
so interesting, and your candles smell fabulous. I will have all of Tabitha's information at the bottom of this post, so that if you'd like to talk with her more about her candles or order any, you'll be able to do that. Thanks so much, and have a great day.